Alright. Mr. Luke, what can you do? What do I have set up here? Nothing. Alright. So what do Lukes do? Well, I know what Lukes do. Standing heavy punch. Standing medium punch. Low forward. Back roundhouse. And as an added bonus, let's see. What else do Lukes do? Let's play around a bit. Got that jab, right? Yeah. We got to figure out how to deal with this jab. So this is probably one of the only characters that I would practice whiff punishing or dealing with a jab. Because it's just so oppressive. So we'll see if there's any way that I can deal with that. Okay. Save our spot. And now we're off to the races. Okay. Yeah, it really is. It's a tough button to deal with. I'm thinking target combo is probably going to be my ideal one here. Now, this brings up a good point that I didn't bring up with G. And that's why this is going to be a series. Yeah, I'm going to recommend that everyone watch this, because new ideas are going to flow. This is all free-flowing ideas. I'm not scripting this in any way. And what that is you probably want to go for your fastest button first. Ideally, we want to look for fast button punishes. 4-framers, 5-framers, 3-framers. Because this gives us the most window of opportunity to score our punish. You can get into the fancy ones, the 14-frame punishes, later. Focus on quick buttons, because this, anyone can react to that. You have a lot of time. Right? Whatever it is. Get the knockdown. Get the Oki. See, that's bad. Okay, point made. Which one? Okay, standing medium punch. So how do we deal with this one? It might be... Oh, tried and true again. Yep. Looking like my standing light kick. It's coming to the rescue. Can also low forward. But the problem with low forward is that option versus option, that happens. So this is another thing you should be testing as well, right? Not just whiff punish, but option versus option. And the answer is always going to be in the math. Faster button, you lose. So... See it? React to it. See it? React to it. Okay. So, because these are less realistic. Catching this with this is... You're not reacting to that. That's a hard read. I'm hard reading that you're going to do it. Option versus option at this range, I win. Same with sweep. My sweep is 9 frames, so it's not terrible. But I would still just go with your fastest option. That's the lesson learned for Luke's standing medium punch. Go with your fastest option. Okay. Luke 3. Low forward. Now this button has some interesting qualities to it, and I don't think people pay enough attention to any character's low forward. And that's why I'm doing it for Luke. Because you're going to see this button a lot. So how do we deal with it? Well, it has a ridiculous extended hurt box on the feetsies. Look at that. What am I hitting? That's a good one. Right. Option versus option, there are low crushes. I had that too. No, that won't hit. I have, which is incredibly risky, right? If I see it at range, that's cool. Option versus option is a good thing to practice. And then after you practice that, then you want to move on to spacing whip. So for me, I'm probably going to go with tried hold true, crouching medium punch. Because they're crouching, I can't do target combo. So Rose has a problem versus crouchers. So I can't go for my incredibly powerful option. If I go standing short, I have to cut it off with a spiral. So I have to do a spiral buffer. And then the activity on this button is, I'm sure it's a 3-frame active low forward. So I can play around with it there. I can play around with it here. I can play around with it here. And I can low crush option versus option. So that's low forward. Play around with other characters' low forwards though, because some of them have extended hurt boxes in ways that one doesn't. Next, Luke 4. The back roundhouse. So you don't see this option too much from Luke's, actually, but I think it's an important one to look at spacing-wise. It moves him forward, and you'll get crushed if you fuck around. You're gonna find out. This button. So big button versus big button. I'm probably sticking to my big power option here. Or, can I duck this? Yes, I can duck it, so yeah. If I see this button, I can get nice and close to it. And then low forward my way in, or crouching medium punch. Or even maybe an advanced duck into target combo. So for that I have to stand up and make sure I don't accidentally spiral. Yeah, that's a bit rough. I'd probably just go with a duck low forward. So that's an easy one. I might want to replace that one, actually. It's kind of boring. So let's think about what we want to put there. Any special moves we want to take a look at besides, that don't include, Sandblast? Might go over, like, EX Flash Knuckle or something, or maybe Hard Flash Knuckle. Luke 5 is the jab. Okay. So, putting on attack data. The jab's... I'm +4. So this is actually a punish. But, I'm probably better off doing this. And look at the range on that. If he spaces it out, I'm fucked. So this is, if we want to play nice with this one, we're gonna have to make it whip, quick, go for our 4-frame option. So we want to dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 make it whip. Dance, dance, make it whip. Now what I can do... Yeah, he can do the target combo, but that's just progressively more and more unsafe, right? They're kind of digging their own grave if they cancel. Because I believe if they cancel it, it's a true block strength, so I can still be pressing. It won't matter. It's not like it's like a frame trap or anything. See, yeah. I really don't want to fuck around with this button, punish-wise, unless it's right in my face. So that's... Ugh. Maybe I'd go an EX. Just to cover my ass. Yeah, make it width. Make it width and then go into your big option. It is. Yeah. Like, just seeing it in the lab is like, oh, just hit the button, huh? Yeah. Hit the button, it works every time. But if you're in a match and that button gets thrown at you, and you have 15 frames or so to react to it. So we're not talking about punishing, we're talking about whiffing punishing. Alright, let's take a look at hard flash knuckle. Or actually, let's take a look at flash knuckle. Because if they have if they have their install, they may just throw this out because if they get in, they're plus. So you probably want to train yourself to know the ranges. And then what you can do in response. So the probability of this happening in a match is low. But we know these Lukes. We know these crazy Lukes. They're out there whiffing all the buttons. This is like a full screen Rasenha from a Karen. Kareen. You're gonna see it. Because people are just gonna get frustrated. They're gonna get frustrated with your neutral and spacing, and they're just gonna run out of ideas. And they're like, okay, I guess I'll just throw this out. And then you're ready for that too, and they're like, well, what the heck, I might as well just put the controller down. Like, you want your opponent to be so frustrated with your spacing that they just feel like you're a ghost. You're unhittable. Alright, let's move into